This video might come across as tremendously pessimistic to some people, but while we scroll past memes and celebratory posts about the recent altercations between India and Pakistan, I just want to pause here and say, let's not forget. Let's not forget what war really is and what it really does. Let's go back for a moment, about 80 years, to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Names we've learned in history books, maybe even wrote essays about, but the truth is, what happened there, I don't think we ever fully grasped it. On August 6, 1945, the United States dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima and 3 days later in Nagasaki. In seconds, entire cities were erased. Buildings vaporized, children incinerated mid-step, mothers holding their babies were reduced to shadows burned into walls. Rivers boiled and skin melted. People didn't just die, they became unpeople. Flesh, unrecognizable bodies turned inside out. The animals and people suffered a fate worse than any death. It was hell upon earth. And the ones who survived, they didn't live, they haunted. This wasn't just destruction, it was desecration of the human body, of what it means to be alive. And that wasn't even the beginning of their suffering. Radiation poisoned their soil, their food, their blood. And yet, before that, there was the First World War, the Great War. They called it that before they knew there'd be a sequel. Men drowned in trenches filled with mud, blood, and rats, bodies eaten alive by gas, boys drafted to fight for empires they didn't even understand, slaughtered in fields that meant nothing to them. It was supposed to be the war that ends all wars, but we are so good at forgetting. And now in 2025, we're watching history repeat, reload, and rebrand itself. India and Pakistan. And I'll be honest, I will always stand with my country, not blindly, not just out of respect and the sheer love I have for my land, but with reason. Because what Pakistan has done, the targeting of schools, of civilians, of places of peace like Gurudwaras, that is beyond cowardice. That is evil. And if I lost someone in Poonch or Pahalgam, I would be furious. I would want blood. That instinct lives in all of us. We want justice, we want revenge, and we want safety. And the thing is, it's not just us. There's something happening all around the world right now. Tensions are rising everywhere. Whether that is Ukraine and Russia, Israel and Palestine, Iran and the West, or China and Taiwan. It's like there is this growing heaviness in the air, and no matter where you turn, someone's standing on the edge of something dangerous. If you spend any time reading history, especially about the lead ups to world wars, it's hard not to notice how familiar this feels. Not in the specifics, but in the mood, the energy, a kind of slow, quiet build up where it's not just one big event, but a bunch of smaller sparks piling up one after the other, where diplomacy starts to fade and weapons start speaking louder than words. I am not saying this is the beginning of another world war, but I think it's okay to admit that the pattern feels unsettling, like we've been here before and we didn't listen then either. Yes, we must defend ourselves. No country should have to sit quietly while its children are murdered, but this isn't just a conflict of governments. It's not just about military zones and airstrikes, it's about people. War doesn't stop at borders, it breaks into kitchens and bedrooms, it starves pets, it leaves playgrounds empty, it steals fathers, mothers, sisters, and brothers. It traumatizes children before they can even read the word nation. And when the dust settles, even the winners feel broken, even the flags feel heavier, and even the gods feel silent. The worst part, at the end of the day, it's never the ones in power who pay the price. It's not the billionaires funding the weapons or the politicians making the calls from class offices that die. No, it's us, the normal people, the bus drivers, the teachers, the college students, the farmers, the nurses, the people who just wanted to cook dinner, take a walk, fall in love, and live their little lives in peace. Or doesn't care how innocent you are. It doesn't knock politely on doors. It kicks it down and takes everything. So I know this is scary, but maybe some of you are feeling the same unease I am. That gnawing anxiety beneath the tweets and the news updates, a hope that maybe, just maybe, we can stop this before it becomes another name etched into a history textbook. Before we have to explain to the next generation what this cost us. So let's not forget the mothers of Hiroshima, the fathers in Pahalgam, the children in Gaza, the civilians in Tel Aviv, the girls in Kabul, the boys in Ukraine, the devastation that war brings. Let's not forget that under every headline there are human beings. If you're still here, thank you. I know this one was heavy and maybe you didn't agree with all of it, but that's okay. This space, I hope, is one where conflict and compassion can exist together, where rage and reflection don't cancel each other out. So, comment below and let's talk. And until next time, stay safe, stay human. Yours truly.